Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Natasha. If it is your first time here, listen. My hair is a hot mess right now, okay? It's really dirty. I needed to film. I didn't feel like doing my hair, so I threw it up in this bun. It is what it is, okay? We gotta live with it. Today's video, I'm gonna be reviewing and trying out for the first time the new Urban Decay Wired Pressed Pigment Palette. I'm really excited about this palette. So Urban Decay used to have a palette called the Electric Palette, and it was like a rainbowy neon palette back in the day, and I actually never got that palette, and then it discontinued, and they just dropped this one, so I'm really excited to try it out. I also got two of the eyeliners. I really like Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On pencils for lips and for eyes, so I got the shade Jolt and the shade Vivid. Let me swatch these on the back of my hand real quick. You guys know that like with eyeshadows, like I am just not the swatch queen. Like I honestly think that like eyeshadow swatches mean nothing, okay? They don't mean anything. Like an eyeshadow can swatch so bomb and then apply terribly and vice versa. Like I just like think swatches are fraudulent, okay? So these are like neon, very vibrant eyeliners. So let's see. So the top one here is in the shade Jolt, right? Yeah, the top one here is in the shade Jolt. It's like a lime chartreusey green color. And then the bottom one here is Vivid, and it's like a really bright sky blue color. I actually thought this one Jolt was going to be more of a like a neon green, lime yellow, and it's actually like very kind of chartreusey, lighter of a green. So I got both of those. And now let's open up the palette here. The box is so cute. I think that is so cute, so dope. It's like a neon sign and it says wired. I keep wanting to say weird though. Like I know this doesn't say weird, but every time I look at it I'm like, oh, weird. Weird. So let's open her up. Cute. That is so dope. It says wired and it's like lifted. This kind of like reminds me of a Light Bright. I don't know why. Does anyone else get that vibe from this? Like a Light Bright? Alright, let's open her up. Cute. Cute. So it has a really big mirror and then it has all of these shades here. So on this side it says the shades are for face, body, and eye. And on the other side here it says these are just for your face and your body. I don't really know why. I think maybe because they're pressed pigments that they could possibly stain. The FDA has like a lot of weird rules when it comes to cosmetics, and the rules have not been updated in like years. Like that's just something that they just don't care about, I feel like. So I don't know. I think that I might use some of these on my eyes, but I don't recommend it, and the brand says don't do it. So use at your own risk. Like on the box here it says Switch, Savage, Slow Burn, and Gravity are not for use around the eye. And that's all it says. So I don't know if it's because it's a pressed pigment or not. But these are like some of the best shades in the palette too. And the camera's kind of drowning it out a little bit. They are kind of pastel-y but also neon at the same time. So I'm going to jump in and just start on my eyes. I kind of have a little bit of an idea of what I want to do already. I already did my brows and I actually primed my eyelids today. You could probably tell because I'm using like bright colors, neon colors, pigments. I always prime my eyes when I'm doing something more like this versus just like a regular smoky eye or more neutral tones. When I do something bright, I like to give it a lighter base because I feel like it makes the colors like pop a little bit more. So I literally just used my Fenty Pro Filter Concealer and I put a little bit of powder on it. Called it a day. Okay, so first thing, I think I'm going to jump into this top hot pink shade right here in Savage. This is in the face and body only category, so I'm playing it a little wild on my eyes here. I think probably it's just because it will stain your eyelids, but I am going to go in with a little bit of this. Super pigmented off the bat. And just start building up my crease. Kind of pat it where I want it to kind of build it up. It is blending out, like it that has the pigment there. It is pink, but it is kind of blending out a little bit lighter. Like, I don't want to say pastel because it definitely has like a neon tone to it, but it is very like light wash, almost more pastel-y. So I'm gonna keep building that up. I will say that I did watch a few reviews on this palette and they weren't positive per se. I felt like one person I was watching was complaining that a lot of the shades in this palette were similar, if not the same exact shade from the Electric palette, and multiple videos I watched were complaining that the pigment wasn't really there and it was kind of a little bit more washed out and a little patchy and weird, which is so surprising for Urban Decay shadow because I feel like Urban Decay makes great eyeshadow palettes. I'm not really having any like patchiness or weird blending issues, but I will say that it's not like as pigmented off the bat as I thought it would be, especially for like such a hot pink color. I found with this shade, if you just dip in and start blending it out, it kind of just like fades out and turns like a very light wash. Like, pastel isn't the word that I want to use because it still has like a neon tone to it, but pastel vibe, you know? No one can do it like you. I'm going to take a clean buffing brush and just kind of go over the edges. Just to make sure everything is blended out nicely. As nice as it can be. So next on this palette, I want to go in with the shade Shock right here, which is like a matte lavender color. This one might be a little bit more pastel, we'll see. And I'm going to just build that all over my eyelid using this Moda shading brush. And I'm going to just start kind of packing it on the lid. And then let's go in with that first brush that I used. And I'm not going to add any product. I'm just going to start working on merging those two colors together. I mean, it's not bad. And those two shades did like blend into each other really nicely. There's just something about like the tone of it that kind of is like looking a little washed out. I'm not 100% sure. Just gonna even up the other eye. What do you guys think? Like I said, like I don't think it's bad. Like I think it's pretty, but it is like dull. I think that's the word I've been looking for this whole time because like when I look at this palette, I'm like, whoa, vibrant, bright. This is why I think swatches are like fraudulent, is because even on like Urban Decay's Instagram and stuff, like if I can, I'm gonna try to insert one of their swatch videos. Like they looks so bright and vibrant and just like, bow, neon in your face. It gets you so excited for this, and I don't know, it's just not giving me that same effect, I feel like, as it was like advertised online. Like, it's giving me more of a pastel, doled out look. Like I said, it's not bad. Like, the shadows are blending out nicely. I'm not having any blending problems, and they're blending into each other nicely. It's just not what I was expecting. I'm gonna take this color up here, Jolt. It's like a shimmery, kind of chartreusey green, like really matches this eyeliner. And I'm gonna pack this on a Moda detail brush. And I want to put this in my inner corner. See how that is. Okay, this shade actually kind of got it going on. This shade is definitely having pigment off the bat. I am having to build it up just a little bit, but yellows are kind of like that a little bit more. It's not the greatest. I definitely have different neon shades that I think work better and are more pigmented. Like this palette right here, I actually just got this palette. This is the Sugar Pill Fun Size palette. Let me hold them side by side. I mean, they're not the same palette by any means. They are really similar, actually. And this one, I think the pigment is just like out of this world. It's insane. And this one, it's like, it's nice, but Urban Decay, like, you should have just like the bombest, most pigmented shadows, you know? Okay, I'm gonna hop off and do my face really quick, and then we'll come back and we'll finish off my lower lash line, and we'll use a little bit of that eyeliner. I think I want to take this blue down here and use some of these blue shades to really blow that out and see how they work. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. My face makeup was kind of like not working out for me today. I'm having like a weird makeup day. I put on a yellow blush because I thought that would be really cool with this kind of like more bold eye look. I used this NYX Sweet Cheeks matte blush in Silence is Golden. Such a cute shade. Let's go ahead and do my lower lash line. I'm going to go in with the 24/7 Glide On Eye in Vivid. This is from the Wired collection. And I'm going to just line my bottom lash line and get just like a little bit in the rim of each eye. I gotta get like close for this. My eyes always water when I do eyeliner. So I just did that on the waterline and the lash line, and then I'm gonna take, I'm using like all Moda brushes today, that's cool. This Moda smudger brush, and do I wanna do, let's go in with Fluorescent, which is this bright sky blue. Fluorescent, that's like a cool name. And I'm just gonna first kind of pack that on just to like hold the liner in place. And then I will smudge it out a little bit. No one can do it like you. Cool. Honestly, one of my like favorite easy pop of color looks I do, especially in the summer, is taking like a bright blue eyeliner or a bright pink eyeliner or something like that, and just doing the lower lash line like how I'm doing right now, and then you just have like the pop on the lower lash line. Cute. Okay, let's do the other side. This is my more sensitive eye, always. Cute. Okay, let me throw some mascara on real quick, and then I'll give you like the final review. Okay. Mascara is on. I kind of feel like I have my full opinion on this Wired palette. First, let's talk about these eyeliners. They seem to be the same exact formula as the normal Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On liners. I've always said that I find that these are really, really good eyeliners. They last a long time. They have really great pigment. I used this blue one on my eyes. Works great. Love it. This green one, the color is a little bit different than I thought it was going to be, but it's still really creamy and really pigmented, so I am excited to try this guy out. Now let's talk about the palette here. How much did I spend on this palette? I don't even remember. Let me look it up. One thing I will say about these eyeliners though is they are a little bit more expensive. They're $22 a piece, but it is a high-end eyeliner and they are really good quality and pigmentation, so that's kind of one of those things, like, you gotta decide on that. As for the Wired palette, this palette is $39, which honestly is not that bad. That's a pretty good price for an Urban Decay palette. The packaging, out of this world. I think the packaging is so dope. It's so cool, the matte black with like the wired on here. The inside is really nice. You get the big mirror and all of the colors. So overall I used 4 of the 10 shadows. Here's the thing, is everything blended out really nicely. I do think that they all blended really well. They all blended with each other really well. The pigment is just not what I expected it to be. I expected it to be a lot more like, this color right here is so neon that I expected it to be like, bam, hot pink, super pigmented off the bat. I do like the look I came up with. Like, I think that it's pretty, but it's just a little bit dull. Overall, that's kind of how I feel about this palette, is that it's just dull. The colors are almost a little bit more pastel-y. They're not as like bang in your face as I thought they would be. I mean, Wired, like I said, when you look at their swatches online, it's like insane. Like, they look so deep and so just vibrant and bold and in your face. So that is a little disappointing. Honestly, I would say if you were looking for a palette that was just like electric colors, bright colors, rainbow colors, there's so many options that I feel like are better. Like I said earlier, this Sugar Pill Fun Size palette, these are all mattes and they are like a little bit more pastel-y in shade, but these are so vibrant and so just like banging, popping right off the bat. Really nice. Honestly, the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, that's really popping and good. ColourPop has a bunch of neon shades. Like, you can get neon bright shades. It used to be harder to get those, but now everyone has their own. Anastasia Beverly Hills, like, everyone has these bright shades now. So I kind of think for Urban Decay, like, this was, I don't want to say a flop because it still blended nice and the colors are still nice, but low-key a little bit of a flop because I expected this to be like, bam, neon in your face. I don't know if maybe I just got the wrong idea, but even on the package here it says, talk about shock value. Our Wired Press Pigment Palette is a collection of ultra bright multi-use pigments will electrify any look. Get amped on these exclusive hyper fluorescent colors. That makes it sound to me like it's gonna be like a lot more just like bam, neon, deeply pigmented. Maybe I'm just misunderstanding that, but I don't really think so. So it performed well with blending. Like, I didn't have any patchiness issues. I didn't have any blending issues. Like, it blended out just fine, but I don't think it performed well with pigmentation. So I would honestly say pass on this palette if you're wanting to get it just for some like neon colors, because you can find more affordable palettes that have neon colors in it that I think perform better personally. But if you want it, like, get it, live your life. It's your money, not mine. But that's all I got to say about that. I don't really have much more to say about this Urban Decay Wired palette. I keep wanting to say weird. It's not weird, it's wired. That's all. I'm rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments down below if you've tried this palette and what your thoughts are on it. And also let me know if you have the electric palette and how they compare if you have both, because I wish I had the electric palette, but I don't. I wasn't able to get it back in the day and it was limited edition. Like, I just never had that one, so I had such high expectations for this one because everyone talks about the electric palette. Anyways, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post here on YouTube every Tuesday and Friday. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.